Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age 100% guide. Well, we all watched the cutscene last episode. It was intense, it was tragic, it was so sad. Lars's father, the Emperor, has been assassinated by Vayne Solidor. I don't think it's any surprise that that's after happening. The different judges are now in disarray. The nice lady judge who was like, we have to protect Larsa, he's like the little good egg, we have to make sure he stays on the right path. She's now gone. But I think Gabranth, Bosch's twin brother, I think he was very much like, I'm doing what I got to do because you done played the game wrong, girl. It's like you outwardly challenged and this is all corrupt here. You're after really screwing us over here. So poor old Larsa is in a bit of a tizzy, a bit of a daze, a bit of a badness, you know? And I'm now here being like, let's just get some ice stuff. And I'm gonna just say it right now. This was really, really foolish. Also, in real life, I'm actually studying Jiu-Jitsu. So finding out that one of the armors is a Jiu-Jitsu gi literally made my day. It's like, oh my god, I have one. They're so heavy. It would be really useful in this area where it's really mountainous and cold. But in the Wester Sand, oh my god, I would melt. I would be so skinny if I was wearing my Jiu-Jitsu gi in any sort of hot weather. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. We got some new, monk stuff. We love it. More Jiu-Jitsu gi. Why not? But yeah. We have the Marasamune. And we have our lovely Gladius, which is where I then realised, I think I said it last episode actually, but no, it was this episode I realised, wait a second, why can't Vaughn equip his dagger number 3, and then it's or 4, or wherever it was, and I'm like, oh my god. This is what happens if you don't focus on your weapons and armour in tandem. You're going to end up having armour up to the endgame armours, and then you can't actually equip a weapon or shield or whatever that you find really early on, because you didn't evenly level everything. So yeah, license board becomes incredibly important this time in the game when you're actually, I need to take the time to get my stuff where I can actually get equipment that's new. But watch this, guys. Fira is like Cura, where it just hits the target and things around the target. So even with a katana, which is not giving Ashe the super empowered fire buff, she is still one-shotting any and all of these creatures. It is insane. And especially now that Larsa has left the party, she just has to be a one-woman show. Much like Tainted in Final Fantasy II, she is the female black mage of ultimate power. She is just listen, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be me against the world. And as you can see, we're getting so much experience, because again, you have to remember, I've equipped Ashe with the embroidered tibbet. And that means any experience you're seeing is actually double the experience for Ashe since she's by herself. So she's getting 1,600 every attack. And what you'll also know is, I've given Ashe on the license board so much licenses in regard to regain MP when dealing damage to an enemy, regain MP when you kill an enemy. So, you'll notice she has 375 MP. And it's recharging now because she's running. But watch what happens when I cast this second spell. It only costs about 3 MP. Because she regained and recursioned so much MP from doing damage to an enemy and then KOing the enemy. So look, here we are, 59. And then I went up to 61. So it ends up that you're not even spending that much MP to cast what is comparable to quite powerful magic, really. And again, I have to say it another time for the people in the back. This is with Ashe equipping a sword. These swords admittedly are strong. They match up with magic really well. But they're not the fire staff. Like, I forget how much the fire staff actually helps so much. So yeah, like 1000% she would be one-shotting all these things. Now, interesting fact. I low-key knew that the like white elementals were dangerous. Ice elemental here. And now I'm like, what do you mean immune? They're literally elementals. You should be able to just do damage to them. And now all of a sudden both my mages are silenced. Ashe is just gone. So I'm like, oh my god, abort mission. Run, Penelo. Get out of here. We're not going next to near that ice elemental again. It completely railroaded us. Something terrible. And this is where it's really important to like go and buy your healing stuff. And now we can just have Penelo use that item, and then we're gonna heal up everything and then do an Alcura as well. So on we go. In hindsight, I should probably have Cura as like the top priority, because if people are really low on hit points, I don't really care about curing the statuses. I'd rather them be alive to then be like at high HP to then be able to cure the statuses when they're not on death's door, you know? But yeah, we're not attacking those ice elementals. I don't know what makes them immune. I don't know how to make them unimmune. But that was a stressful thing, to be fair. And then we have, oh yeah, so like basically, sorry, in the other cutscene as well, I know like you would have watched it in the last episode, but if you're hopping in like the very middle of this Let's Play, we're currently trying to find our way to the StillShrine of Miriam, which is basically a big temple that has the Sword of Kings in it, which should be able to destroy Nethicite, the weapons of mass destruction that the Imperials are using to try and help with their conquest of the known world of Evil East, because they're literally trying to now start breaking into Rosaria, the other big massive nation that Ashe and her kingdom are caught in the middle of. So yeah, it's very, very intense. And like, look at this. I keep saying it, guys. I keep saying it because I'm a broken record. But like, Ashe just got like 1,300 EXP from feeding those two enemies. So like, she got about 4k, let's say. Just under 4k. Or 3k. Whatever. And then like, that's doubled because of the embroidered tippets. So like, because she has just powerful AoE spells. Like, she has damage that can just hit a whole area of enemies. And then she's able just to solo and then get level. She's just able to absolutely go crazy with that. So black mages are basically the easiest to like solo and get super high level. It just is the way it is. Being without your white mage, though, it does be costly on the high potions, and we don't have lots of potion lures. But you know what I find fascinating? I suppose maybe it is, actually. But to me, Ashe's HP bar is way too low compared to like what her actual HP reserves are. You know? Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, here I'm like, actually, wait, no, I need my healer. I need my healer and my tank. This guy looks really big. He's after hitting himself with Berserk. And here's where I feel like Bosch's purchase was actually the worst thing I could have bought for this zone. And they gave me this spell. They gave me this bloody thing. Or this weapon. And like, he's being healed to thousands. Because Bosch attacks and heals because he's doing ice damage. Because we gave Bosch ice weapon in ice area. Doesn't sound like the best of ideas. And, oh, we're after seeing Curaga for the first time, so that was nice. We're after finding an elixir. So listen, maybe keep a little asterisk on this area, try to farm some elixirs from this little cluster of stuff. Could be good. But yeah, if I can tell you guys now, before anything else, do not give Bosch the ice brand. I get rid of it based on a later boss as well. Just don't give him it. It is not helpful for this area at all. There's a boss later on. It scuppers me so badly in that boss fight. And I might as well let you guys know now as well, because I was freaking out during this boss fight. I couldn't like withdraw Bosch from the battle. He had like the protect armor. He also happened to be equipped with the Dawn Shard. It was a whole thing. We had to have the Dawn Shard equipped to traverse the temple. But that meant Bosch had no MP, but he had such high magical resistance then. And because he had such high magic resistance, then he was basically taking little damage from, you know, the magic attacks of this particular boss. And then he kept on hitting it and healing it because it was ice damage. I remember thinking, like, I can't take him out of the fight and I'm not able to change weapons in combat. Because I just assumed that. Oh, you can't, like, switch weapons mid-combat. That would be a foolish thing to think you could do that. And then I literally went and eventually was like, oh wait, can I? And I could. I was well able to just swap equipment mid-fight. So, there's that. But if I can forewarn you playing along now, if you're playing along with this guide, oh, we enter the Feywood. And this is just to show how strong we kind of are for this point in the game. Because, and I can tell you, if I actually had my fire staff equipped, we would have been absolutely laughing. And now Pinello with Curaga is literally, Cura and Curaga were literally nearly unkillable, guys. And the Feywood is very much a later late game area. Like, we have to go to the StillShrine of Miriam, and then we basically go the complete opposite direction and like circle back to the Feywood eventually. But if I had the flame staff on and I wanted to do some grinding, that area could be where we send out the 3 girls and let them go ham and get to like level 45, 50. Well, which also isn't to mention that there is also a space, and I will after these next few episodes, like I think there's another 1, 2, 3 more episodes. And we kind of hit a bit of a lull, a bit of a let's look for some hunts and stuff. So I might, after those 3 episodes, go to the Hen Mines again. And in the Hen Mines, there's a little area. We were already in it, but it was the area with all the different, what you call them, flans. Oh yeah, look at the difference in Fira now with the flame staff. It's actually, it's freaking funny. Like, it's really funny just how much stronger Ashe has become now. 4,000. Literally insane damage. She's just doubled her damage with fire magic, and it was already super potent. Oh, it feels good, guys. But anyway, TLDR. Let's reverse back. I was saying that we can go to the Hen Mines and I can potentially show off a really powerful infinite loop of enemies. The flans and the Hen Mines, you're able to fight them in such a way that you can get tons of damage, or you can just get the flans infinitely respawning. And you can basically just leave your thing on like 4 times super speed and like watch TV or something, and then come back and be like, oh, we're way higher level now. Speaking of levels, Ashe got 35. Nice one, girly. Got a vial of eye drops, nice, but now we're also after being silenced, so that's not really the vibe we want. And then I'm like, is this the way? And I'm like, oh my god, which way is it to this frickin' place? And just like that, the Acolyte's like, oh, you walk the rift of ice and snow up the slope, and there to the south you'll reach the StillShrine of Miriam. And I was like, thank you. I was just feeling so lost, and now you've basically told me you're on the right track, girly pop. On you trot. But yeah, we could literally just let Ashe solo run around with Fira and just completely over-level her to such an extent that it's going to be crazy, crazy powerful. She also has 69 magic power, so I mean, nice. At this rate, I just go to a license board and I'm like, is there something I can buy that I can see really quickly? If yes, then that's what I'm buying. I'm not putting too much stock in what exactly it is. I'm like, can I afford it? Yes, I'm paying for it. Grand. Okay. But what I do need to get for both Penelo and Ashe is the charge ability. Because the charge ability allows your character to basically try and fully restore their MP. If the ability fails, they go to 0 MP. But obviously, if you just have if you have a gambit where it's like, oh, if your MP's low, use charge. If it fails, it'll set it to 0 MP, in which case you're like, oh, it's failed, so we'll now try and do it again. And that's how you can basically set yourself up where once you have your healer on, cast Cure Magic, and then if you run low on MP, use Charge to get MP back so you can keep curing, you know, it's pretty useful, you know. And I mean, our characters are pretty beefy enough in that, you know, we've decent armor, we've decent protection. It's just a handy way to make infinitely spawning enemies, because basically the trick is in the hen mines, you're only attacking enemies with the stone spell or the petrify spell. I can't think of the name of it at this exact moment in time, but it basically is casting the spell petrify, the spell break, you know. I can't think of the name of it now, and it's really embarrassing me. But it's a green magic, basically. And if you have your character cast break, it'll inflict the petrify status, which means they have a countdown, similar to when we get it. You have a countdown situation, and the character goes from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And once it hits 0, the character is petrified. Since an enemy can't cure petrification, it is classed as defeated. Now, the interesting thing about our lovely, what you call them? Our lovely, Jesus, words today. Our lovely flans is that basically the flans, when they get close to dying or they know that they're going to lose, they start a process called duplication, and then they can summon another flan in their place. And basically the whole thing is that if you were normally attacking the flans, they get to 30% HP, they go, oh, in a couple more attacks I'm going to go down, so I'm going to try and regenerate myself. And if you just feed it quick enough, it doesn't regen. But when the petrify is counting down, the flan is able to say, oh, I'm on number 4 of my petrify countdown, I better regen in something else before I die. And since we're not going to be attacking any of the enemies, when we get to the situation where the countdown is counting down, the flan will be able to regenerate a new version of itself, or split or duplicate itself into a new flan, and then the petrify will succumb the first flan, and that'll be it. And so basically you're going to get a situation where your characters can just run around petrifying a bunch of flans, and then before each one dies, they'll all summon a brand new flan, and so infinitely propagating levels for your party. All of this to say is that we've actually finally made it into the StillShrine of Miriam. We're going to have to, and this is where I kind of end up bringing more party members in, because I thought Ashe could solo with her fire magic, and then I make a very, very silly discovery, which is this is the place where only Wraithwall's legacy would be able to enter to find the Sword of Kings. And therefore, it's like, oh, someone who's here to, like, make a treaty will be wielding the Dawn Shard, and therefore can, like, activate all these different statues and stuff. And what the Dawn Shard does, much like any and all Nethicites we've seen, is that it sucks in and absorbs magic. So unfortunately, with the Dawn Shard equipped, our Black Mage has 0 MP and cannot use any MP. And why I didn't just think to myself, well, recusant, maybe we should bring in Vaughn or Bosch and let them hold the stone, so that, you know, our mages can have magic and, you know, do what they're really good at. But no, I gave it to Ashe, and then I realized, oh my god, she's now by herself with gigantic mechs trying to break in. So I'm like, give me that back, take that away. And I then realized, she's now going to be chucking ethers like there's no tomorrow, until she gets to whatever state of MP I said was good enough for her to start casting magic again. But look at how strong that enemy was. Like, that took a couple of casts of Fira. That was crazy. And then it's in here that I realize, oh, actually, yeah, I can't solo this anymore. These enemies are actually quite difficult and hit really, 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 really quickly and really, really powerfully. So while I'm going to be able to take them out, they're going to take me out as well. And now we're like, now we're down, and now Penello's being swarmed. So then I will go, okay, we need to get our big beefy man here with his auto protect on. Oh, start chopping things away. Come on, Bosch. And yeah, so, you know, this is going to be our party for now. We have our knight protecting the princess, who is our black mage, and then we have our healer, our little handmaiden to the princess. And now we can check this lovely treasure. Got another ability countdown, so we'll take that. And basically, guys, the StillShrine of Miriam is going to take about 2 episodes to get through. Yeah, so that's not to say that we're not going to get like tons of story as well, obviously, but we're going to get like roughly halfway through the temple, and then we're going to have to take a pause and end the episode. But we can look at the map here, and we basically just need to go to the mechanism there, and hopefully it'll teleport us around. We're getting 500 per stone giant kill. That's not bad. And here's where I go, okay, no, hang on. Let's just equip Bosch. Bosch doesn't need his MP for now. Like, we will eventually equip him with some really, really good stuff. But at the moment, I just want him to have the Dawn Shard. And listen, I'm just screaming at myself. It's like, recusant, please get rid of the ice brand. He doesn't need it. And this is where I realize, oh my god, I'm so dumb. I need him to, like, actually the person with the actual Dawn Shard equipped needs to touch the pedestal. So, like, crazy. And then just like that, that big wall of faces have now become stairs. So we can now progress deeper in and unlock further mysteries of our lovely temple. I think I said it before, but like I love the fact that like the language of Final Fantasy 12 is so unique. Like even insofar as like having unique like place names, like a StillShrine, or you know, I can't think of other words for it now, but like there's a couple of different places that have like just words that make sense for the context of the world, but aren't exactly words that exist in our world or in real language, you know? But, as I say, we're going to now go down these hidden stairs, and what we're going to find, luckily enough, is we're going to actually find ourselves a mimic. Well, I know we had mimics mimicking treasure chests, but we now have a mimic mimicking save crystals. But once we find that save crystal, I'm going to save, and we're going to pick up from there next episode. I've been the RPG Recusant. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope you leave a like and a comment if you've enjoyed, and we'll continue our adventures through Evolution next time. Have a good one.